A police response puts downtown Dallas on lockdown. The alert that shut down several blocks for nearly 2 hours. A surprise guilty plea in Tanner Horner's trial. Now the focus turns to his punishment for killing 7-year-old Athena Strand.
Well, I do have rain back in my forecast, and I have rain in the weekend outlook. I'll have the rainfall timing coming up.
Southwest Airlines has a new policy limiting how many chargers you can bring on board. In a celebration more than a century in the making.
I just never thought about it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's here.
The remarkable life of a man in North Texas turning 104. Here we start today with breaking news. President Trump just announced a ceasefire with Iran for the next 2 weeks.
He posted to Truth Social in the last half hour. President Trump claims the deal means Iran will open up the Strait of Hormuz. He didn't say when. He said it will free the oil supply and should start bringing down gas prices. The deal also includes a 10-point plan toward peace in the Middle East. Still no word on when this ceasefire could roll out. We'll have much more coming up at 6:30. Athena Strand's family is one step closer to justice tonight. Tanner Horner pleaded guilty to killing the little girl more than 3 years ago.
Yeah, it came as a shock to just about everyone in the courtroom right as the trial was about to begin. Here's Scoop Jefferson to explain what happens now.
The courtroom grew heavy as the jury listened to hours of painful testimony tied to the final moments of 7-year-old Athena Strand.
May plead guilty or not guilty. What is your plea?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Delivery driver Tanner Horner and his defense attorneys surprised the court on his first day of trial with that guilty plea. The judge wasted no time turning what was supposed to be his criminal trial into the sentencing phase. That kicked off with prosecutors laying out evidence against Horner, including screenshots from video recorded inside his delivery truck on November 30th, 2022. That's when Athena Strand went missing from her home in Paradise. Horner's last delivery that day for FedEx. He now admits he took her life. One of the first witnesses, Athena's teacher, who described her as a free spirit who loved life.
I adored Athena. She was so much fun. She was a free spirit. She loved drawing. She loved to write. She loved to color. She was just your typical, 7-year-old little girl that just loved life. She would come in with, stickers on her hands. She loved to dress up. Like, she truly was a free spirit. Like, there's no other word to describe her. Like, she definitely was a true gem.
Tanner Horner didn't really show any emotion in court. His defense attorneys are asking the jurors to consider his autism diagnosis as they decide his punishment. When court starts back on Wednesday, the jury will watch hours of videos connected to Athena's 2022 disappearance. They will decide if the 35-year-old delivery driver will get the death penalty or life behind bars. In Tarrant County, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
We'll continue to bring you gavel-to-gavel coverage of the sentencing phase of this trial. We've been streaming live on WFAA+. The app is free to download to your TV.
Well, here's a live look at the Granbury Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Tonight, the public gets to share their thoughts on building a data center power plant. There's a proposal to rezone about 2,100 acres in Hood County, right off Highway 377. Residents have already spoken out against the plan due to noise and the potential hit to their property values.
New tonight, Dallas City Hall is asking for the public's input on what to do with the building and the land around it. Last month, the City Council approved a controversial measure to explore leaving the current building and running city operations elsewhere. It stems from a report laying out a potential billion-dollar cost to renovate City Hall. There's been talk the Dallas Mavericks are eyeing the land for a new arena, but others say the city needs to preserve this historic building. The public can chime in until May 3rd.
Things are a lot calmer tonight in downtown Dallas after several blocks were shut down for a bomb squad investigation. Officers searched the area for nearly 2 hours before finally giving the all clear. Tonight, Tiffany Liu walks us through the confusion as Bank of America Plaza and Dallas College were both locked down.
The center of that bomb threat was here on the corner of Elm and Lamar. In fact, the car that police were focused on was parked right here in this spot, and it caused hours of confusion in downtown Dallas.
It was an experience.
On Tuesday, people filed out of buildings around noon.
They had us all evacuate.
Several blocks downtown were evacuated by police, including Dallas College El Centro campus.
We were actually in biology class, and then suddenly we heard in the intercoms, they said that we had to evacuate, that it was a real thing, and so we were all confused.
Natalie Cerda was in the building right by the vehicle police were surrounding.
We didn't know what was happening.
Sochi Sandate, another student, says they were directed to an El Centro building further away.
After a while, they're like, yeah, it's not a drill, it's actually real.
We were in this room, and they had us all be quiet.
It was there Natalie saw the live stream on WFAA.
We saw whenever they opened the trunk and the side doors.
Dallas police responded to a suspicious package inside that black Tahoe. Bomb techs and a robot investigated and determined no threat was found. The driver was arrested for obstructing the road.
For the 2 hours.
While these students are grateful for a peaceful outcome,
I was honestly scared.
Still, it caused hours of chaos in the busy city. In Dallas, I'm Tiffany Liu.
WFAA was the only station giving you moment-by-moment updates on air, as several workers and students in the area didn't know if they could leave. And our continuous coverage was streaming live on our free app, WFAA Plus. You can download it now so you can follow along when breaking news happens.
A new Southwest Airlines policy is going to restrict portable chargers on flights. In a memo to staff, the Dallas-based company says customers can only have one portable charger per person. They can't be stored in overhead bins, and the batteries cannot be charged using outlets in the plane. This is all part of efforts to improve safety on flights. The change takes effect April 20th. We checked Fort Worth-based American Airlines policy, and it says 4 portable batteries are allowed in a passenger's carry-on.
Tonight, the city of Dallas is celebrating the completion of a project that'll ensure residents have access to clean water. It took 4 years to finish the upgrades on the Jim Miller pump station and reservoir. It serves the city of Dallas as well as communities stretching all the way towards Seagoville and DFW Airport. Decades-old equipment and systems were replaced to make sure the pump station will work for years to come.